Welcome to BackRoomConvo with Lesego M. On the line, we have Luyanda Gabela. She is a young lady from the beautiful province of KZN. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist, and she'll be joining us for the next 45 minutes on the line. How are you, Luyanda?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
I'm good. This has been a long time coming, and we were supposed to have an app. I do apologize to everyone who's listening. We were supposed to have this episode a couple of weeks back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. You got it.
Yeah, and I forgot to apologize. And I'm like, wait a minute, we didn't, because I was looking for your episode. I'm like, guys, like, this Luyanda's episode that's not here. Because in my mind, I remember speaking to you. And I'm like, we did have a session call, but the episode, I don't remember. And I'm like, oh, snap, we didn't schedule that.
Like me, eh?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Joe. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
But why didn't she say anything?
Hey, I saw you busy on social media and everything, so I was like, we had a good call, so for sure when he has resolved everything, you're gonna get back to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, man. I'm so sorry. And I feel bad. And given that I didn't even, because I was like, maybe she's not aware, you know. I was like, because you see, when I texted you the other day, I was like, oh, can you schedule for thinking with you were not aware that I forgot about, like.
No, I thought you're a busy man, so I understand.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. And shout out to you, by the way. I saw what you were doing for Mother's Day, you know. Shout out to you. For Women's Day. Look at me. For Women's Day. No, that was beautiful, though. That was really very beautiful, you know. To see you do that, you know. It's very beautiful. So for people who don't know, so Luyanda was can you please like tell people like so can you please tell people what you were doing on Women's Day?
So on Women's Day, I decided to go to Sphila Ngomusa where they cook for homeless people. We always do things with Sphila Ngomusa. We always join with it. We always bring food parcel. I'll go there some mornings to cook for porridge. If I'm not at school, go there to help with cooking with porridge or helping with dinner or lunch or anything. So my friends and I decided that it's Women's Day. Every single woman's supposed to be showing love and appreciation in this wonderful day. So my mom and I woke up early in the morning. My family even, because my father's even cooking. We woke up in the morning. Yes, we woke up in the morning and started with the pot. We bought some cake, and then we went to Sphila Ngomusa. We did like a huge lunch on events where we even decorated, brought chairs, and we decorated. My friends were there to help me also. Shout out to them. And it was nice. It was great. I was hanging out with also children from there.
Yeah.
Along, we were singing, we were dancing. It was such a memorable day.
Oh no, that was beautiful to see. You know, that was very beautiful. So like for people who don't know what Sphila Ngomusa is, what is Sphila Ngomusa?
Living by hope, by faith. Sphila Ngomusa is an organization owned by Osis Nomvula. She helps with cooking for homeless people. It's like a hostel. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a hostel where a flat for people there who are like homeless, who cannot afford much. So when you go there, they cook porridge. You wake up early in the morning. Nomvula and the people who also help wake up early in the morning to cook porridge for them. And then after porridge, they call everyone in, so they start eating the porridge. From there, they go to a tent. It's like tents in town where there's like a tent, like so many tents full of homeless men. They also bring porridge to them there. And then for lunchtime, they go back and start cooking like in big pots for lunch for them, because they don't get any much food or don't even work. Some even have children there. Some take pills. We have grannies, we have grandpas, grandparents there. So yes, they work with like homeless people, providing them with food.
Oh, that's a good initiative, and I am aware that you've been a part of it for the longest time, because on the videos that you had posted on WhatsApp, I saw that there was a lady who was introducing you and saying, she's the young girl who used to be here. You guys, yeah. And I'm like, oh, like how long have you been doing this?
We've been doing it for a long time. I even had forgotten since when. I even forgotten since when. My family and I have been doing it for such a long time. Even when I start doing pageants and everything, you get me. I don't like bringing it up that, oh no, I work with Sis Nomvula cooking for homeless people. But then Sis Nomvula always do on my social media to be like, please be there, vote for my girl. She's there helping us.
Yeah.
So it's been for quite a long time, and they have become like my second family. I'm not gonna lie, they become my family, because every time when when I don't have stress from school, varsity, I go there. My mom's birthday, we go there. You know, each of mom's birthday, we like, what do you do? No, let's just go. It's just Sphila Ngomusa with food and everything, and then you celebrate there.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And this is what I think, you know, like, and we'll get to talk about it more. Like, I think the platform, Sphila Ngomusa, it gave you a channel to be a positive influence and a good role model to the kids that see you grow up and do what you do as part of a member in that community, you know. And I think, like, looking at it as an outsider, and I see the impact that you have on those people, you know, or rather your family, what the impact that your family has to the community, you know. And I'm like, has it always been the fact you being put into some of these platforms to make sure your parents are nurturing a role model in society or the community where you're growing up? Has it always been the case to say, we are going to channel, and these are the platforms that we need to be a part, that like we need to advocate, like, or this will be a part of our advocacy to say, as a family, we stand by this and we do this. And a byproduct of that is a young lady by the name of Luyanda, who will be a role model. As it always, hey, do you see yourself as a role model to some of people?
I don't know. Hey, being a role model is such a big thing. I'm not gonna lie, because you always have to do right, have no mistakes. Because once you do some mistake, you know, some other kids will think maybe it's fine. I also can do this. Get me? So being a role model is such a big thing. Get me? Like, I feel as yet I'm not. But like, to get people messaging me like, you're my role model, I love you. I'm like, who, me? Me? Wow, I'm not, because I always thought like a role model cannot do bad. You cannot like, they have to be perfect. You get me? So I look at myself as someone who still needs to grow, needs to learn. So for having people to say to me I'm the role model, it's really shocking.
Yeah. So why don't you own it though? Like, why don't you want to own that you're a role model? And because, like, I think because of the platform and what you do for the community, as I mentioned before, you are like, why can't you, like, why don't you want to own it and take full responsibility to say, I am a role model, and by being a role model, this is how I need to live? Why don't you want to take that responsibility?
Because I believe, I'm still young. First of all, I'm still gonna make some mistakes, you get me, in order for me to get I wanna get in the future. I'm still gonna fall, you get me. And sometimes it might take me a long time to get back up again, because we deal with a lot of emotions. I'm not gonna lie. It's still gonna get time to get back up there. And owning that I'm a role model, and then I have some young children following me and want to be in my footsteps, and when I fall and I'm taking like a long time to get up, they'll be like, maybe they will think, you know, in order to reach it's not true that you need to work hard to reach your goals, to reach your dreams or anything. Because look at Luyanda right now, she has falling down, and we don't even see her, you know, working all up, getting up, with dusting herself up. Takes more for you to, first of all, you need to be emotionally strong. You know, once I fall down, I need to put in my emotions first before I even go back up there, because I need to fix my mistakes, make my weakness my strength. And people out there may not say it because I'm not showing it to them right now, and then they might even lose hope. I don't know if you're gonna understand me right now. So I'm not gonna own it, at least now, because I know I make mistakes. I am young. I'm still myself.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm not gonna own it. And for the community, like working with the community and helping Sphila Ngomusa or doing this for for people, for young children out there. Like for my family and I, we don't do it because we want people to see us doing it.
No.
Sometimes we will even go and do something. We don't even take pictures or anything because we don't want to look like, oh, they're only doing it for the fame, or they're only doing it because they want to be known that they're doing things or anything. It's something that's come from within our hearts. Something that's my parents us from a young age. I grew within this thing.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But I still have a bit of a problem with you not wanting to own that being a role model. I still have a problem, but we'll talk about it more, yeah, we'll talk about it more off air. We'll talk about it more. So as I was looking, for a couple of weeks, I was going through your socials and looking at your social media, and I saw you rocking a traditional attire. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful, and it brought back to mind the memory, because in the past, when I was growing up in TV, I used to see like umkhosi womhlanga, which translates as reed dance in English. I used to see that. I don't see that as often now, and seeing you wearing that, it kind of like took me back to that, and I was like, oh, like I should have that as part of the questions that I ask Luyanda. Like, is it still a thing amongst your community and culture? Yes, it's still a thing.
It's still a thing. It's still a thing. But you don't that much again, because I feel like my parents, when I used to go to I think it was usually a thing of every single end of the month, you'll go and meet up with all of the girls in your community. You guys will share some songs, you dance, and then you get checked. You get all of that, all sorts of that. I went into it not pressured by my parents. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't support it. And I loved it because some of the girls get pressured by their parents. My parents didn't pressure me much. I went into it because I love doing my traditional dance. A person that knows me will know ukuthi Luyanda Nuksina. I love dance. Everywhere we go, my mom will note if we go to a dance which is traditional. My mom, I need a new state, because your girl's gonna be there doing things. That is even one of my talents. I could say that's even one of my talents, because something I have passion with. Even with my friends, when they do traditional, you have Umhlonyana, you have Umemulo.
Yes. Okay, we'll get to talk about those more. Umhlonyana no Umemulo, right? And I was listening to Mechi's podcast, and they had Zola as the guest, and he was speaking about Umemulo, and I was like, oh, I wish he would have delved more into like some of those things, so we can have proper understanding what those mean, And I'm glad that you got to bring them up, so we can dissect and also understand what are some of those Umemulo and what do they mean, for young girls in the Zulu culture, and how does that influence some of the young people that come from backgrounds like yours, So for people who just joined us, on the line we have Luyanda Gabela. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist, and we've had her on the line for the past 14 minutes, and we're asking her questions around reed dance, and some of you may know reed dance as umkhosi womhlanga. So after the break, we'll be talking more about that and trying to understand that world of women and everything. Luyanda will break that down for us, so stay tuned. Let's meet after the break. welcome back to BackRoomConvo with Lesego M. On the line, we have Luyanda Gabela. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist. We've had her on the line for the last 15 minutes, and we've been breaking down some of the things around the Zulu culture and community and the foundation that she was part of, and some of the work she did in the Women's Day. Yes, it's Women's Day, because I did make a mistake earlier on and I said Mother's Day, but yes, it was Women's Day, and I do apologize to all the women, internationally, because we made it to the international charts during the week, but I was too sick to kind of like celebrate. But I did get a couple of congratulations and from people around me, and shout out to Luyanda as well. She was one of the people who congratulated us for making those charts, the worldly charts and the country charts, and and that was awesome, to see that there's people who actually listen, and sometimes that's necessary, to keep going, to see that there's actually people reading your content and what you put out to the world, and I was grateful that I'm doing something that's going to a positive, that's in the positive direction, and it's something that I really like to do. Because I remember back then when you and I were having a phone call, the session call, and
like an hour.
Yeah, it was like an hour, and in that call, I remember trying to convince you to say, no, you shouldn't be. Why do you insist on being a teacher, whereas you can inspire the youth by being, a model? Like, no, I can still do the same thing using the medium of teaching as a tool to get, and I was like, oh, okay, snap. Like, I can't really shift it because this is actually what she really likes or loves, And I was like, oh, she's not shifted by what I had to say. I was like, oh, that's actually like great to see or witness, And I was like, oh, like when we got that as well, I was like, oh. And I would say, like, seeing that, going to that conversation that I had with you today, I feel the same way, and how you were defensive about that, I was like, yeah, I had the same feeling. I was like, yeah, I'm going to defend this. I'm going to, I had the same feeling, and like, it made sense, Going back to the questions, we went off. We took a detour a bit there, but we'll go back to the question. Like going back to Umkhosi Umhlanga, which translates as reed dance in English. Let me just give the people a breakdown of what the internet says this is. So a reed dance is performed by young unmarried girls known as maidens or virgins as a celebration of purity and chastity. It is a significant cultural event that takes place annually in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. People who didn't know what the reed dance is or what Umkhosi Umhlanga is. So I just gave you a meaning or a definition of what we are talking about. So when we spoke before we went on a break, you did say you spoke about pressure, that you were not pressured by your parents to be a part of that, and your friends, you like dancing, and I did see some of the videos and I was like, oh, okay, definitely she does have it. Like, do you feel like there are some girls that are pressured to go to the event? Yes.
There are some girls. I don't wanna like talk like a lot about it because they do get attacked with this kind of
no, I do get it.
a whole thing around Umkhosi Umhlanga because it's something big and some girls really take it to heart.
Yeah. So do you think at any point do you feel like it shaped a part of who you are, or like the decision making thus far in your life?
Yes,
In what sense? So like just break it down for me.
I'm not gonna lie, when before we even go to Umkosomsanga, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I never went to Umkosomsanga, but
Yeah.
in like every single month end, as I explained, we gather together in the community, we go to Ugoko, Fulai in Taweni.
Yes.
No grandma who would test you. And then when we get there, they give us some advice, and then they tell you how to treat yourself. You tell me, they like, help yourself.
Yes.
But do not even allow boys, to play with you. Know your worth. Boys will even place bets on you, not because they love you. No, they see your beauty and they'll start placing bets on you. And they want to ruin your future. Some boys come with true intention and some don't.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's really helped me with loving myself. I didn't have such self-esteem while growing up. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have big self-esteem while growing up. I was very much thin.
Yeah.
Very, very much thin. In the stage of what I was doing grade 9, I was still wearing 4 to 5 children 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Yes. So going to Kosomsanga, and also with the help of my parents, especially my mother, I got to love myself. I got to tell myself, actually, you are beautiful in your own way. You get me? Love yourself. And that's where some of my confidence comes from, and some of my morals even comes from. I'm not gonna lie. Going there, it was nice being around your age mates and having other girls to actually be like, oh, what's wrong with Luyanda? Get me? Give you some sort of encouragement.
I know.
Some esteem boost.
Yes.
Around those girls and getting to know Uti. I actually had the talent, because I was like, what's my talent to get me? They're like, no, I actually talent to get me to get time to see. So that's where the love for my traditional dance actually came from.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. So because now it says the Oksina is for unmarried women or girls. So why are you laughing? Let's first start there. Why are you laughing?
Somebody, you mean Umkosi Omsanga? I don't know. Because I feel like Uksina, my mom can sing now, my aunts can sing now. You get me?
Oh,
it is.
yes. I guess I meant to say as well.
Yes, because even with the traditional dance, you get me, when you're married for 5 years, and hasn't even done your traditional wedding. On your traditional wedding, they are seeing that.
Yes, no.
Yes, so Uksina, I think Uksina is done by anyone, because basically dance, you get me. But also Sanga goes by, unmarried people who are still pure, people still virgins, you get me.
Yes, no, I hear you. Thank you for breaking that down, because I was going through another whole so I thank you for breaking that down. So like my question, this is the question that I was supposed to ask and took a left hand there. So the question was, so what do you know the reason why it's only unmarried girls and that are supposed to be virgins that are invited to Umkosumshang?
I think it's celebrating poor, able girls who are still pure. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much of history about Umkosumshanga. They give me, so I'm not gonna speak much of it. I don't even wanna think, because it's there only and mislead some people. You get me? So I mean, all I knew while growing up would see only virgin, can go to Umkosumshanga. People who are still pure, people who still, carry themselves nicely. What that doesn't mean if you're not a virgin, you're not worthy, or you don't carry yourself, that's that. But like Umkosumshanga, it's only people who are still virgins.
Oh no, that's beautiful. And before we went on the break, and on the last segment, you did mention that there's something else. There's something else after like Umemulo. Can we talk about? You mentioned Umemulo, and what was the second thing?
Umhlonyane.
Yes, Umhlonyane, can you break the two down and tell us what's the difference and what's the role of one?
Umhlonyana, you have it when you start going to your womanhood, when you start your period. Yes.
Okay.
When you start your purity at your household, they do umhlonyana for you.
Okay.
Yes, that's where they show what okay, so don't be manje, you growing. So they do and by your parents, slaughter a goat, no invite, no people to come over and have. And then Umemulo, it's when you're 21. And then they give you like okay.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah, so what you being respectful.
Yes.
We haven't, we haven't cried because of you. We haven't had some headaches because of you. You finished school, even though you didn't even finish school, you're still studying. You have no child. Boys say me now. My mom said no, the person doesn't even have a child to get me. You have no child. Yes.
So if, because knowing that your parents are strict, do you think they'll give you the key, or like compulsory? Is it compulsory? At 21, like giving, is it compulsory? Because I heard with your parents, hey. Yeah. So do you think that they have Umemulo?
My mom said, if I carry on, carrying myself how I'm carrying myself, and I don't have no child, they want to do me Umemulo because I've been very respectful towards them. I've been carrying myself with respect. I haven't done anything unhonoringly. Give me something business, not only them, nabanye abantu abadala, get me. So my mom says ngitshela ukuthi mina wathole ingane awutholi memory usunkosikazi manje ususisi yabo usukhulile. You see, you can do other things, not ukuthi siyasakhulisa, because kahle umemulo ukubonga, it's from abazali bebonga ingane yabo, to thank them.
Because in my mind, this is what Umemulo meant. In my mind, it was that they give you the key to say, okay, we've raised you as a young woman, and I think we are ready as parents to let you go into to set you free and go into the world and take your own decision as a young lady in the world,
I think that's what is Umemulo about. At the same time, I don't think no parents is ready to set their child free. You get me? They're still gonna be there.
Yeah. True. So, like, do you think we have more like of pregnancies around the girls? Like, do you think we have more of like pregnancies after Umemulo because of the same notion? No, like I got to 21 and I did what I did, and my parents and now I can do my own thing, pregnant. But then for the fact I kept myself until that age. It doesn't matter what I do after 21. Do you think like there's high pregnancies after Umemulo?
No, I don't think so. Because we still have young girls the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 getting pregnant.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's because of that. And also who are staying a virgin, it's not because you're doing it for your parents. You're also doing it for yourself. You're also for yourself. Many girls out there who go to Nkosomsana, who still virgins, they do this for themselves. So I don't think because just after Umemulo and now you're gonna go. I think so it doesn't mean that's now where we get people or more pregnancies or women at the age of 21 pregnant, Because if that was the case, they would not be having teenager pregnancies.
Okay, no, I hear you. Okay, that's a solid point. So, for those of you who just joined us on the line, we have Luyanda Gabela. She is from KZN. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist. We've had her for the past 30 minutes now, and we've been asking her questions around dance, Umemulo, and I keep on forgetting the last one, but she'll let us know. What's the last one?
Shonyana.
Sanyan, yes, she did break that down for us nicely. Even I wasn't sure what that was, but she gave us a breakdown of what that is. So now we're about to go on to an ad break, and when we come back, we'll keep on asking her some of the questions that you guys. So we haven't yet gone to some of the questions that you guys sent in for us to ask her. But when we come back, make sure I do ask her those questions, and I'm pretty confident that she'll answer all of them, So when we come back after the break, keep on sending those questions, and we'll try and get Luyanda to answer them. So that's means after the break. Welcome back to BackRoomConvo with Lesego. And on the line we have Luyanda Gabela. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist. We've had her on the line for the past 30 minutes asking her questions from dancing to Umemulo. She broke that down very nicely for us to understand. For those of you who didn't get to listen to the first segment of the episode, we'll upload the podcast on all podcast outlets. So you can just go there at the comfort of your home and just listen to everything. And make sure to leave your comments and what you wish to see, or the guests that you need us to bring on the podcast on the next episode. So how are you, Luyanda? Are you there?
I'm still here. I'm just it's been 30 minutes. It feels like 5 minutes for me.
Right? And now I'm like, 30 minutes already. Yenzakalani guys?
I'm just playing with that, eh?
I'm like, maybe wash now or something, because it can't be 30 minutes. And I think that's what always happens. That's what always happens when you genuinely having a great conversation with someone. Because in our last call, I know it took a minute. I was like, it's already, and I was like, I felt robbed, because I felt like I had so much to ask, and I was like, it can't be an hour. It can't be,
It was an hour and some change, eh?
Yeah, it was. I think an hour is a long time, and it didn't feel like a long time because it felt like we were in the call for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, man, it's an hour already, Ganjan.
How?
I think that's what happens when you genuinely have, interesting conversation with interesting individuals. That's what always happens, because you always seek to want to know more. There's always that. I wish to know about this. I wish to know about that. There's always that element to it, and I really appreciate people like you that I always have that. Say it's an hour already. Snap! I have to go, or it's always that I appreciate some of those conversations with people like you. And I just had to say that. I just had to say it out loud. Before we get into some of the questions that people had, he's angry now. He's busy answering. He's busy asking his questions. He's not asking our question. I'll get to your questions, but I still have some of my own. This is the last one, I promise. To you, the audience. So let's talk a bit about because is it a thing that? Because I see, I was looking at Isibai back in the day, and I don't remember who was the guy who they turned into Cove as zombie. Yes, that guy. There was a point where I don't know if you can get the clip. He was courting their wife or reminding a wife, and she was busy. clan names. He was like, yeah, you know. And I'm like, is still a thing, Itagazelo.
Yes.
Which, you know, if you call Itagazelo, and, you know, it's still a thing for people of your generation, of our generation.
It's part of our culture.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, which is like, it's something that's there already, you know. And I see with, like, you know, it's still more appreciated than when it was. It's still appreciated, like, you know, the era, you know.
It's still appreciated because you get some when some people out in so I don't know how to put it, but it's still appreciated because some boys out there, men out there, I'm not gonna say boys because some men out there, they love to be called by their clan names, by the clan names, by the surnames, and also knowing your clan names, you're also gonna know what I'm not gonna date someone from Ovesi who has the same, you know, clan name as Ovesi because that person is related to me. Yes, that person is related to me. So knowing your clan names, you're also gonna know who are the people related to you and how your relationship's gonna go. Because if I date someone who's a Vesi, that's mean I'm dating my own brother, my own cousin.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, it's very nice. That's very, because, you know, I've always been, because now I'm half Zulu, like, so I'm like, ish, Itagazelo, ngazilutho, lazimara, kulele goli. I don't know. So I always feel like, ish, ngazitagazelo zisekhaya lenzakalani, ish. So, because I always admire people who know Itagazelo, they'll always, you know, like maybe Matixeren, you'd hear, it's why now. Like, I really love, you know, to see that, and I'm like, damn, like, it's a pity that I don't know, right? Because I'm telling you, everywhere, yeah, well, like, I felt like I'd be there everywhere in Itagazelo, but, you know, I grew up in a different time and in a different place where, you know, people fight for different things, and, you know, like, who are solving different type of problems and things. And culture doesn't really have the same, you know, it doesn't have the same meaning to people as it did in the past. The manual, you know, it doesn't have, because people are just chasing. And growing up in Joburg, you see a lot of people who are money driven, who are goal driven, and, you know, some of those things just go out the window. And, you know, and you find youth Tina who are growing up in this part of the world, we are so disconnected with some of the roots, you know, our roots, Ekaya, Wazulu, wherever, you know, we don't know that, but we know of the Hitlers of the world, we know about, you know, the Lumumbas of the world, you know, we know about the Putins of the world, but we don't know, like, culture and tradition and some of the teachings of where we come from, you know. And it's very important with also highlighting, as much as we are all driven, we, you know, we also need to feed that side of ourselves, you know, and inform ourselves, you know. You'd find that there's people, because they don't know and you'd find that they are married to their cousins because of lack of knowledge. Like, it's very important to be in touch or in tune with them to understand, you know, and be better guided as far as, like, tradition and culture, you know. And I felt like we needed to touch a bit on that, you know, so we can enlighten, because, like, a huge part of our audience is people from, you know, 24. We have a huge listener rate of people from 20 to 35, you know, 35. And I'm like, you know, we need to touch on some of these things that really matter most, that society doesn't necessarily talk about, you know. And one of those things we Umemulo, you know, read that, and I felt like it was important for us to touch on that a bit. But moving on to other things, to greater things now, to greater things. On the previous week, we got our first Miss South Africa. How did you feel about that?
About Natasha.
Yes, because people were saying, nah, and some people are still mad, by the way.
I get it. Some people are still mad about it, but like, she was good.
Yes.
Her walk was walking. When she get into the rooms, like, watching me, all attention at me, give me. She had the work, she was answering the questions, she had the smile, and she had the experience.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't what do you feel like people who felt like, nah, they should have been the one? Like, what do you have to say to people like those?
They were. Nani was also good. Great, actually. Her answers were beautiful. The way she was speaking, her walk, and she is such a beautiful lady. I think I wouldn't say it wasn't her time. It was Natasha's time.
Yeah.
It was her journey this time around. And there might be bigger things for Unandi out there, bigger out there. She got experience.
Yeah.
True. Put in big public platforms.
Yeah.
She's gonna get a lot of opportunities. Other people saw her, other people loved her. Maybe she's gonna be brand ambassador for other, brands and everything.
Yeah.
So her future or her life doesn't stop now, just because she didn't South Africa. It still carries on, and maybe next year she wanna come back and she will come back, and then she'll take the crown. Get me?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not your crown, or it's not your journey, but you gain some experience. Get me?
Yeah.
Don't be a later. I'm not gonna be. Oh, it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be you. It should be go through one phase where the judges saw something in her. People out there who are judging saw something in her. Some that other would see.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Actually, do you see yourself ever entering Miss South Africa?
I do. That was part of my wish list. I do.
Yeah. Okay. That's really interesting for you. Let's speak more about your journey as Miss World South Africa. Miss World South Africa, semi-finalist at it. Like, how has the journey been so far?
It's been amazing.
Tell me more. Like, tell me some of the things.
Pardon?
I'm saying, tell me some of the things that you faced. Challenges.
I'm not gonna lie, emotionally challenges. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes it's stressful, especially when you need to wait for other announcements. You get me?
Yeah.
I got into the top, into Miss World, one of the finalists, 254 girls. I was excited, I was happy. But like, when it was gonna be announced, let me tell you, like, I didn't eat my dinner, and I love me. Time was bright. Baby bright. My uncles were there. You gave me my brothers, anything it was bright. I was not eating. And at the same time, I want to tell my mom or anyone, they are about to announce, the girls who got into Miss World South Africa. So I was not eating. I was stressed. I was nervous. And when I got in, I was like, whoa, what? Me? A whole me? No, you're lying. That's not me. That's my picture. I'm like, that is not me. I was so excited, and so excited, so grateful and blessed. I got into this, so something in me, this something in me gave me for them to even, put me one of those girls who might even, have the crown on their head, who might even win Miss World South Africa. That's something big. That's a big opportunity. Get me? So I felt so blessed. I'm now going and running and this. I'm not gonna lie, and then you have such beautiful women with you. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm a greatest wonderful woman, this great woman, and you see some of the women who doing big, you get me? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm amongst such empowering young, women out there, you get me? I'm amongst them who are doing big things. Some people who even inspire me. So it's been such a wonderful journey, and I get to learn some things of myself, improve some of the things from myself, and get to show who I really am. It's about beauty with a purpose.
It's not like shady.
Yes. So you really got to show what you are and what you're about and everything. So it's been great. And when I got to the top 54, I was like, oh. I remember when they sent into the group, they're about to announce the top 54, the semi-finalist.
Yes.
I was like, what? And I was cooking. So like, let me just cook. I love cooking, Sometimes my stress go from cooking. If I'm stressed, I'm cooking. I'm ready to go back talking to my mom. So I was cooking, finished cooking. It was 2 minutes before load shedding goes. I remember.
Yeah.
2 minutes before load shedding goes. And I'm like, okay, let me go through. The Wi-Fi stay, let me go. And then I saw my picture, the way I screamed. My auntie almost had a heart attack. I called my mom, who was screaming, and she thought I was being attacked. It was such a I'm not gonna let this amazing journey. And right now I think all of the women's. I'm not gonna speak for everyone in the top 54, but I'm gonna speak myself. I'm kind of nervous because they're about to announce the top 12.
When are they gonna announce that?
They haven't said yet when they're gonna announce them, but like they're gonna be announcing top 12 soon.
Oof, okay, I have more questions. So for people who just joined us on the line we have Luyanda Gabela. She's from the KZN. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist. We just are diving into our first questions that you guys had for her about like the pageantry and some of the things she's doing in like education, because she's starting to be a teacher. We'll get to ask her some of those questions, but those will come after this ad break that we are heading towards. So write them down, send them through, and we'll get to ask Luyanda those questions. Let's meet after the break. Sure. Welcome back to BackRoomConvos. I'm your host, Lesego. On the line, we have Luyanda Gabela. She is from the beautiful province of KZN. And she is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist. And we just started asking her some of the questions surrounding, around, the pageantry, and these are like the questions that you guys asked us to ask her. So like, I did ask the first question, she did answer that very nicely. So now I'll be asking her the second question. So I hope you are ready. Queen, I hope you are ready. Because these questions, they are coming in hard. So the first question goes as follows. As an aspiring educator, what do you believe is the key to inspiring young minds?
What do I think the key is to inspiring young minds? It's inspiring education. Oh, there's a lot, hey? And I really don't know. Say, what do you think is the key to inspiring young minds? I personally saying for them to reach their dreams and goals. Yes, for them to dream big, because you get me, dream big and being there and totally honest to them, don't sugarcoat anything. Tell them what's the road to success or to reach your dream and goals is not going to be easy, but don't give up. Keep fighting. You're a fighter. God brought you into this world for a reason. You carry on fighting, carry on dreaming your dreams, carry on fighting, carry on reaching to your dreams and goals. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background. It doesn't matter if you come from a 2-room bed house or a 1-room house, but then that doesn't determine who you are or where you're going.
Okay, it's a pretty smooth answer. It's a pretty smooth answer. So the second question: how do you experience that? How do you think your experience in pageantry can influence, positively influence your teaching career?
How do I think my could possibly
Experience, yeah,
experience?
your experience in pageantry can positively influence your teaching career.
I think my parenting made me grow into this young woman I am today. They made me strong. They made me they got me emotionally talented and growth emotionally. So I think I'm much and prepared. He gave me so going
Uh-huh.
to the teaching environment. I think I will do good because I'll be able to face and stand in front of children without breaking down, and also be there for them on their journey of growing.
Okay. So, lovely answer. So this is the next question. How do you plan to use your platform as a semi-finalist to make a difference in your you're already making a difference in your community, by the way. Tina Siaz, I need to be heavy on the socials, so we see it. Okay.
Okay.
You know, yeah, we
um
see it.
I'm planning for people who up there who are big, who can even sponsor and everything, to see what I am about and who I am, from the inside and out. Not only about you give me the pension everything, but what I want to do. And I also want to, before I even open my own NGO, because I have a dream of one day of starting my own NGO, especially working with children from school. With me, I want to work with children from school, get them new uniform, new school shoes, everything to get me. But first I wanna help with Sphila Ngomusa grow, because that's like my second home. So I would love if people out there can see what Sis Nombula is about and what she's trying to do, and the family from Sphila Ngomusa, help them with food parcels. There's some young children out there who are very talented, educated, who are very smart, but because their parents do not have much, they cannot go out there or even reach their dreams and goals. So for them being there and helping them, maybe going to school scholarships, sometimes with their talents and everything. So that's what I'm trying to do with this platform that I have as a semi-finalist in Miss World South Africa.
Thank you for that answer. Thank you. So this is the next question. Have you faced any criticism or judgment for participating in the pageant?
No.
I haven't.
Yeah, truthfully, I haven't.
How do you advise, what's your advice for young girls who've been hesitant to pursue their dreams?
I want to tell them to go for it. And do not even mind what people on social medias are going to say. Do not mind what people on social media are going to say. They're going to be bad comments, negative comments, and they're going to be positive comments. Not everyone is going to love us. We're not money. We know that. Not everyone is going to love us. We're not money. But do what makes you happy. Do not hold yourself back because you're scared about what other people are going to say. Do not take your own journey and put it in other people's hands, your own life, and put it in other people's hands, because you're going to be miserable. Do what makes you happy. Go for what makes you happy. Go for your dreams. Go for your goals. Because if you're going to listen to what other people are going to say, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be depressed.
Thank you. Someone is saying
people are gonna talk. Let them talk. I don't know if that's a good thing to say, but I'm gonna say it in Zulu. Inja ayikhokhoti imoto engahambi, ikhokhotha imoto ehambayo.
Ooh, what a yes, my girl.
So when you start being at the top, you're gonna become a topic. When you start reaching your dreams and goals, when you start glowing up, people are gonna talk about you. Because
Yeah.
you're starting going to your rightful journey. So do not mind what people say about you. People are gonna talk, but as long as your family got your back, and as long as you know that what you're doing makes you happy, then go for it, girl. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, siyabonga. So, are there any specific roles, or are the specific role models or mentors who have inspired you throughout your journey in this pageant?
Patient. I would say I am the Tabete.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Tabete, she shows that dominance comes in small packages. She has the way she speaks, the way she moves, everything about her just amazes me. I love her so much. I love her so much. So I could say I look up to Ayanda Tabete. She's been such a good influence to me. When you go into pageantry, that's the person I could say I look afterwards. But my true model, I'm gonna say it's my mom. Like, I'm fighting to reach my dreams and goals because of my mom, of her story, of everything, from a young age, watching her grow into this wonderful young woman who not only want to help herself, but also want to be involved with the community, want to help other young women out there, other people out there, young men out there. So I could say my mom, because she didn't even have much. Both of them didn't even have much. She woke up in the morning. She used to cook fat cooks.
Yeah.
To get money. Everything. I'm a sconzy to make money and everything, but she didn't give up. Lots of people were laughing at her. Lots of people were laughing at her, having side comments, but she didn't give up. She knew what she wanted, and today she has her own cars. Today she has a house. Today she has her own business, because didn't give up. In the name Gucci, she knows what she wants, in the name of going for her dreams and goals. So that's what influenced me, Wuti. I also fighting, or also want to go and reach my dreams and goals, because I saw my mom as a fighting woman.
That's very beautiful, and especially that it's a month of women. For you to say that about your mom, it's very beautiful, man. This is me going into the next question. Do you have any strategies or techniques for inspiring or motivating children in your classroom in the future?
Any strength and technique to motivate or help? I'm planning to not only being a teacher, but also a sister, a spiritual sister, a spiritual mother, a friend to them. Excuse me. I am planning to be having a friendship or a relationship with them, where they feel comfortable to come and talk to me whenever they have problems. Because all of the children come from different backgrounds. So some children might be facing a lot of things behind. So I'm planning, if a child comes to me with something, I want to be there for them. I want to help them. I want to inspire each one of them to reach their dreams and goals without being forced or anything. And I want to help them to notice who they are and what they're about.
That's beautiful. So what is the most significant lesson you've learned through your journey in the pageantry industry so far?
That I need to be strong. I learned that I need to be strong, and learn that some other journeys not be there for you or to even win, but they're there to shape you and make you. It doesn't mean that you're gonna win every single pageant you go to, but you learn some experience. You add some of the experience. They shaped you. They're gonna make you a woman that you want to be. I learned there's some bigger opportunities for you out there. Every single pageant you get some experience. You get a big platform. So I also learned if I didn't win, I must not now start bad mouthing the pageantry or bad mouthing the girl who won or everything, but to be happy for my sister who won, because they deserved it.
Yeah, no, that's true, man. Beautiful soul you are. So how do you plan to use your voice and influence to raise awareness about the important issues in our country and the world as a whole?
Can you please repeat it for me? It's a question.
How do you plan to use your voice and to influence and raise awareness about important issues in our country and around the world?
Plan it to voice it out.
Did you
Do you okay, Ron?
Yeah, no, you can answer. I just didn't get the answer.
Okay. I plan it to voice it out. Don't be and not be ashamed, of telling what I believe, or stand by my truth without being influenced by anyone or other people. Even when it's get hard, but you stand by your truth. I'm planning on going to, voicing it out, and even on social medias platform, having, to enter big social media platform with people helping you and everything. So I'm planning to voice it out because we are facing a lot of issues within our country. First of all, out within our country and across the world. So I think, Wuti, when you start talking about something, you must not step down when it gets hard, or when you see, Wuti, maybe most of the people against you or some of the people against you. Yes, so some people who want to fight you, but stand by your truth because you know what you believe in.
No, that's a beautiful answer. I love it. I think we can take one more. Can we take one more question? Okay, yeah, we can take one more question. What obstacles have you encountered on your path to becoming, in your way of becoming a teacher and a pageant contestant? What obstacles have you encountered on your path to becoming a teacher and a pageant contestant?
I would say timing, like my time.
Yeah.
With varsity and also trying to put myself out there on social medias, I don't really have enough time, especially with my assessment and teaching practice, because 1 week I have teaching practice, the other week I'm school, and I need to balance things. I need to do my assessment, so I could say my timing, because I'll be like, I need to take pictures. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, my social media's been dry. Oh, you get me. You really don't have enough time. So I guess I need to have much more timing and much more time to balance things and be able to have both things have my equal time.
Thank you for that. So for people who just joined us now on the line, we have Luyanda Gabela. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist. We've had her for about an hour and something minutes. I lost track of time now, but we will have her for the next 3 minutes so she can give us her handles and we'll close it up very nicely. So when we come back after the break, last question, then we close it up. So stay tuned, and she'll drop her handles after this so you guys can go out there and follow her. So let's meet after the break. Cheers.
Okay.
Welcome back to BackRoomConvo. I'm your host, Lesego M. On the line, we have Luyanda Gabela. She is from the beautiful province of KZN, KwaZulu-Natal. She is Miss World South Africa semi-finalist, and we've had her for the past 1 hour 30, if I'm not mistaken. So now we get to close it up very nicely with her, and it's unfortunate for those of you who just joined us on the line. We are closing it up. So this is the last question, then she'll give us. So this is the last question, and after this, and I'd really like for you to give us your social media handles for people who want to follow you on social media. So the following question goes as follow: What would winning the Miss World South Africa title mean to you, and how would you use the platform to? What did it say? Okay, what would what would winning the Miss World South Africa title mean to you, and how would you use the platform to effective change?
Winning Miss World South Africa journey would mean a lot to me, because entering this pageant to me was not only about winning this crown, but we are able to use this platform to do a lot of things and to put in it, to do a lot of things and to put change into our generation. So I would typically start by, as I said, opening my NGO. I was by opening my NGO and working closely with people. I'm not gonna lie, children from in my farm brought up differently from children over here. They don't have the much resources with books, school books. They don't have much resources as we have here. And some other girls in my farm don't even go. They don't even attend school when they on their period. So I would really be there to help them, give some free pads, some school dictionaries, and also deal with there's a school close to us, to Umemulo, that we deal with, who has don't have windows, and also help them with the feeding scheme corner. So I have a lot which to do with the community, because winning this patch is not only about me, but the change that I want to bring.
That's beautiful, man. And the fact that you did mention about, you helping the girls in the parts of the rural KZN, with sanitary pads. And it is a thing in South Africa that we have a huge rate of period poverty in the country, and you having to see that and wanting to help is actually a big thing, not only for me or the next person, but as a country as a whole, and if we are looking through that, we are winning day by day, and I see it has everybody. Everyone wants to play a part in making sure that we eradicate the period poverty in our country. So kudos to you for that, and all the best to you in the future and endeavors. I wish out, and if there's anything I can do or we can do, and you do have my numbers for sure. We'll just WhatsApp me and let us know how we can assist you in any way. Just to close it up, man, thank you for joining us, for giving us your valuable time, a very beautiful individual, inside out, for you to share the space with us and, inspire kids who are aspiring to be in the pageantry industry, who aspire to be teachers, to get to hear you talk about some of these things, or cultural challenges, or things we as kids from the urban areas didn't know about, such touching on things like reed dance, Umemulo, enlightening us about that. It was one of those conversations that were eye-opening for me to start asking relevant questions about culture, about tradition, and I kind of see that I wasn't too invested in some of these things, and you brought that to light, and I appreciate you for joining us, and please send our love from us to your family, man. I think they really raised a strong, independent woman. So social media, can you please drop your social media handle so people can follow you and vote wherever necessary?
Okay. Social media, for Instagram, I am LuluG496. On Instagram, I am LuluG496. That also goes for TikTok. On Facebook, I am Luyanda Gabela.
Wow, okay, beautiful. So I am Lesego, I am your host for BackRoomConvo on every platform. YouTube, we are coming soon. We are coming with the video podcast. We are coming. We still putting together the coins, we're still putting together the coins, the sponsorship, everything, we still are trying to get that in line, and we'll have, video podcast soon, and hopefully we'll have Luyanda to join us, and probably, fly to Dublin and have one episode there with her, and probably see a beautiful family as well, yeah. So on YouTube, it's Backroom Convos. Just follow us there, even though we don't have content. It's Backroom Convos. On social media, it's Lesafo_MH from Facebook, Twitter to Instagram. Lesafo_MH, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. YouTube, Backroom Convos. So thank you for joining us on this beautiful episode of this week, and shout out to Luyanda. So for people who want to vote, voting lines still open.
No, they're closed.
Oh, okay. So just unfortunate that the lines are closed, and but I do hope that God sees you through on this one, because I really think that you do have a lot to offer, And just to say that, you just became the fourth person that I so wish that you can win. So the first person has to be cool. It's you. It's Avashni Ridi. It's Shimiedo Makubene. The fourth one. Who's the fourth one, Ghana? Oh, the fourth one is no longer there. The fourth one was supposed to be... Oh, no, she's still there. The fourth one is still there. It's Motel Mukoto. You guys are the four. I'm like, I don't really know. Motel Mukoto, you, Chinieto Makubene, and I forgot the last name again. I don't know what's happening. But the four, it's Avashni Vidi as well. Like, the four, you guys, I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a four of you, like, ish guys, you're doing too much. We don't know now, and I so wish we could see at least one of you make it, I so wish, because...
also for Instagram, there's such a wonderful ladies. They're also doing big things, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I had an amazing conversation with all the four of them. They're such incredible individuals, man. And same as you. That's why I'm saying you're the top four, guys. You're the top four. But God knows, man. God knows, man. And all the best.
Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best, dude. I hope your blog can carry on growing. And top 10, go top 5 there, and I know you're going there. You're such an amazing person. You're such an amazing person. I hope everyone can see you for who you are and what you're about. I'm wishing you all the best.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Those words really mean a lot to me. They really do mean a lot, So let's meet on another segment of Backroom Convos with Lesotho and our mouths.